Hey guys, I'm Dupree, and today I will be showing you a few little fun trick shots and how to do them. Now, a little bit of background info on me. Trick shots is what got me really into pool. It's what got me started, and I will always love it, even though I don't do it that much anymore. So I'm showing you a fun little trick shot series, a few of my fun little trick shot favorites that I really like shooting and that I think you will really like shooting too. You can show these off to your friends, or you can show these off. I show them off to the people in my APA little junior group every Sunday. We go down there and I just set up a few trick shots before we actually start playing matches and get into the tournament. But it's really fun, and it's always enjoyable, and I think you guys will enjoy it too. So I'm here to show you a few little trick shots that I think you can show off to your friends. Now, this first shot is going to be a resistance draw shot. So that means there's a bunch of balls right here and they're all touching. If they're not, you can hold it up and you can tap it and make it touch. Now all the balls are touching, and that magnifies the spin on the cue ball. I don't know if you've ever seen the cue ball drawn into a regular ball and then drawn into two balls that are touching each other. When it's drawn into two balls that are touching each other, the draw is magnified. There's a lot more spin on the ball. Now, this is a very smooth shot. Now, the goal is to make the 5 ball, the orange one. Not all of them will go in. It's almost impossible to make all of them. But the cue ball will kind of slowly come here and then just drift back, and the spin will take it down to pocket the 9-10 combo. Now, this is just low inside English, just back spin and a little bit of left spin. We're aiming pretty straight into it, just about right here, just to get around the 6. Now, the goal is to hit the 9 square in the face, obviously, but you'll probably hit the rail, or you'll hit this rail, and that spin will take it into the 9. There's a lot of adjustments that have to be made with trick shots. Trick shots aren't first try every time. You have to do some adjusting. So if I miss, I'm going to adjust with y'all. So low left. And I think that's it right there. Oh, we'll count that. We'll count that. No, we won't count that. I can't do that to myself. I have to make it. Set it up again, so that means that I am a little too far out. I hit that rail instead of just the ball square in the face. We should have still sent it in, but there it is. Scratches don't matter in artistic pool or trick shots because they usually happen because it has that spin on the ball. But that was a really fun shot, and let's just move on to the next one. So this next shot is a follow shot. Now, follow is another way to say backspin. Now, this shot is really fun. I really like to look at this from a side angle. So I'm going to show you a side angle on the shot. So this shot, we have the 1 ball in the corner pocket right there. 3 balls a blocker, and we're trying to make the 6. We're trying to make the 1 ball and the 6. Now the goal is to pocket the 1. Cue ball goes into the rail, comes up, and curves around the 3 to pocket the 6 ball. Now it's a lot of top spin on the cue ball. And the main thing is just where you hit the 1 ball. So I'm going to go through some adjusting with you. It's just plain old top spin. So just high, no right or left spin. Now, we usually want to try to hit 3/4 of the 1 ball, but this is totally new felt. I haven't tested the shot on this felt, so I don't know how it's going to work. So I'm going to do some adjusting with y'all. So I'm going to start with hitting 3/4 of the 1 ball. And I miscued, so make sure they don't hit too high. That means we hit too high on our cue ball. Let's try it again. And that means we hit too much of it. So now we'll go a little bit less than 3/4. Not to a half, but a little bit less than 3/4. And there it is. So if it curves too soon, that means you hit too full. If it doesn't curve enough to hit the ball, that means you hit too thin. So let's move on to the next. Now this next shot is a really fun shot to do. This one is a little bit of a jump masse. Now we have our cue ball inside a rack. We have a shaft right here as a blocker, and we have a butt right here as a helper. And the object ball is a 3 ball, and the rack has an obstacle and a helper. Now the goal is to jump the cue ball out the rack, curve it around the shaft, hit this rail, cue ball comes into the butt, comes out here, maybe hits the rack, makes the 3 in the corner pocket. Now this is a very fun shot to pull off. All you have to do is just elevate enough to jump the cue ball out the rack with bottom right English. If you curve too much too soon and just curve right into the shaft, then you are using too much spin, too much elevation, and not hitting too hard. Hitting too soft. Hitting too soft if it curves too soon. And the opposite, if it doesn't curve enough, you're hitting too hard with too little spin or too little elevation. So we're just going to elevate and aim to where we barely miss that shaft. And there it is. Shot's right there. Very simple. Just that bottom right spin, bottom running English, and you should be good to go. Now this really isn't a trick shot, but it can be, and it is a fun little trick that I think is fun to just hit on the table. So I'm going to demonstrate it real quick. Now this shot, we're trying to jump the cue ball off of the rail into the air and catch it. Now this shot is just a little bit of elevation and a little bit of top spin, just to pop it off of that rail. Just give it a quick catch. It's not that hard. Even if it hits you, it doesn't hurt. So this shot can be fun. There's a lot of variations of this shot. You can try to jump to, like, really fast, like bam bam, and then catch. Or you can, like, slow hit that one, jump that into the air, catch, and then throw it in the pocket before this gets there. There's a lot of fun variations on this that you can do. It's not a lot of elevation required. It's a little bit of top spin. And then just like that, just pop it in to the air off of that rail. You can go long ways, but that's a little dangerous in here. We got a TV and a fan that I don't want to break. So you can't go long ways if you're by yourself and not a lot of people around. But just pop it off that rail with a little bit of top spin, and it's a really fun trick to do. Now the last shot is probably the most fun shot. Now let's take this jump cue that was actually won in a raffle on one of my live streams that I'm about to ship out. Let's take it, and we need 5 balls along with the cue ball. We do not need this. And we're going to take a cue butt and the 9. Now we're trying to make the 9 ball. So we are going to line up cue ball on second diamond, and it's another resistance draw shot, except this is a resistance jump draw shot. So all those balls are touching. We're going to try to make the 1 ball. Cue ball jumps over the cue, draws back, hits the butt, makes the 9. Now this shot is fairly simple. It's a pretty fun shot. It's not fairly simple, honestly. It's a pretty difficult shot at first, but I bet you can get it within maybe 20 tries on your first try, on your first little attempt at taking it. So it's just, again, aiming almost into them, just a little bit outside with low right spin. Now, again, there may be some adjusting we have to do. Just make sure you follow through. Just like that. So that's a really fun shot that I think you guys will like. It's resistance jump draw. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please click the like button down below. If you want to be notified when I post a new video, you can click the subscribe button and then the bell icon right next to it. That'll just send you an email and a notification saying that I've uploaded a new video. Thank you guys so much for 27,500 subscribers. We're almost at 30,000 subscribers. That is absolutely crazy. We're also almost at 20 million watch time minutes. So you guys have watched me for 20 million minutes. That is absolutely insane to me. I can't thank you guys enough for that. But just thank you guys so much. If you subscribe to the channel, if you're a new subscriber, just hit me up in the comments section, say you're subscribed. If you have any tutorial requests, ask me, hey Jaden, do this tutorial, and I'll say sure, and then next day you'll see a video on it. So I'll be back again in the next day with a tutorial. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.